Hi, Capricorns. Welcome to your October reading. Now, this month, you guys, this month for everyone is going to be a big one. It's going to be intense. Everything's going to feel kind of magnified by like 10 times. You know, that kind of intense expansion of energy where anything that's been building over the course of the last 6 or so months is suddenly going to be getting this big, intense amplification. So whether that is tension or love or prosperity or a project, it can be a lot of different things. A whole bunch of cards just came out. I don't know what they are yet. I haven't turned them over. Is going to be coming up. So part of the reason that's happening is because Jupiter's moving signs in October, and it's moving from Libra into Scorpio. What does that mean? Oh man, okay, so Jupiter in Scorpio we're expanding. Scorpio is the energy of transformation and seeking out the truth, and it's very subterranean, it's very deep. It's all about emerging, into truth. The Scorpio is like the sign of like the sleuth. They're like very good at being psychologists and detectives and things like that. So we're getting this shift, and then we're getting like the planet of expansion, benefic expansion, Jupiter going into that sign. So it is illuminating our shadow sides, our darker sides, the level of transformation we need to have in life, and big truths. And Pluto's also doing this crazy dance all month with like Saturn and Venus and Mars, where there's trines and there's squares and there's oppositions. And I highly recommend just looking that up just for the entertainment value of looking at what Pluto is doing this month, because Pluto is also, rules Scorpio. So this truth teller, this transformational energy that demands of us to shift and transform our energy when it's time, and it's just time now, is going to be really strong for everybody. So for you guys, looking at my little note here, Jupiter is moving into your 11th house. Scorpio is your 11th house, and that is a house, it's the house of friendship. It's also like, it's a big range house. We're looking at the big picture when the expansive energy is going into your 11th house. So the note that I have for you guys is this is a big prep time. This is a big time to think about your 5-year plan. This is a big time to think about what is serving you, what you want to carry forward with you into the future. Because I think I keep mentioning this with you guys because it's pretty pertinent, but Saturn is finishing up a big move through Sagittarius over the last couple of years, and it's headed right towards your sign at the end of December. Near the end of December, when we hit Capricorn season, Saturn is going to be in your sign. So that's great. That's your ruling planet, so it's going to be at home in your sign. But the thing with Saturn is that's where we start doing the work. We start doing the work of manifesting. We start doing the work of getting what we want. We start, getting into the earthier side of it. So this month, you have October, you have November, and you have a lot of December before Saturn comes home to you guys. This month especially is really going to be asking you to look at what is serving you. And I feel like I keep talking with you guys about this, but it's because there is an interesting thing going on here with you guys with prepping for a big cycle, a big 2-year cycle. And so it keeps coming up. And what's really interesting here is the first 2 cards out of the gate. We have you guys, hi, and the Ace of Swords. And here it is. Here it is. You are very grounded. You know who you are. And generally you're very good at keeping your eye focused on what needs to get done, keeping your eye on the practical aspects of life, keeping your eye on what needs to be completed in order to just have a typical life, like just to have life, just to get from point A to point B, right? You're very good at doing that and locking into that. However, the other side to you guys is that you can feel chained. And we talk about this a lot. Your capacity for duty and sticking to things can chain you up, which is the other side of this card, right? The Devil card is the Saturn card. It is the Capricorn card. And while it is great for getting earthy things done and focusing in, it also can make you feel chained up. But the Ace of Swords is asking you to cut through. It's asking you to cut through into truth. And that's a big thing about October, you guys. For everybody, truths are coming out. The truth is coming out. And everybody's going to be getting a dollop of this. And I think you guys are needing to express some truth. You guys are needing to make sure that whoever's in your corner is actually in your corner. You're going to be cutting into some truth-telling territory here. And that's going to cut anything out that is making you feel possibly chained or slowed down or sluggish, or even just that you're stuck in slow motion. I think some of you have felt that, where is the movement? I'm just sitting here, I'm doing what I've always done, showing up the way that I'm always showing up, and that's fine, but I do have these dreams and visions, I do have these 5-year plans, I do have these things I want to manifest in my life. Where's the movement? This to me is the month where you're going to start to feel that shift, and the truth is it's going to be a shift internally. But really utilize and leverage this shifting Jupiter energy. Utilize the Pluto moving through. Utilize the fact that this Jupiter is highlighting your 11th house, and you have an entire year of your 11th house, your big expansive dreams, your friendships, the collective around you, to really get your big hopes and dreams out there. So keep that in mind. And the thing is that I see you guys building. Here's the thing, you guys. If you can get kind of metaphysical this month, that's the way I would see it. Like, October is a magical time anyway. You know, if you're in the northern hemisphere, we're right in fall. There is magic in the air. There is something going on there with the shifting, moving things. We're in Libra, and then we head into Scorpio, and that's beautiful energy. And utilize this time to get metaphysical and think about what you want, because look at this. 3 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So the 3 of Wands, this is really connecting for the Capricorns for me in my mind right now, because the 3 of Wands is that energy of, you know, you guys have sent out your wishes to the universe. You are clear on what you want, especially if you do your homework at the beginning of this month and you allow that Aries new moon to kind of come in and illuminate some things for you. You know where you're setting your sights. This is the card of knowing that stuff's coming back to meet you. Can't see it all yet. You can see it a little bit. The ships are there, but they haven't made it quite to the shore yet. So this is the card of knowing. This is the card of knowing that it's coming your way. And what's coming your way? Whatever it is that you want to be building. So here's the thing, with the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, these are 2 beautiful sides of things. The 10 of Pentacles is about building your legacy. It's about building that family or that home or that career or whatever it is. A 10 of completion, manifestation in the world. And this can look very different depending on who you are and what you want in the world. But it is about getting what you want, and it's about the long-range vision of it, and it's about manifesting it. And the Ace of Cups is about the emotional fulfillment of it, of a fresh start, the beginning of something. And what I'm picking up here for you guys is truly the beginning of a huge cycle. Like, this is energy that is about you really setting your sights on what you want, and you will have it. You will have it if you utilize this energy. And if you remember that the card of knowing is on your side. The card of knowing. And not only that, just to go back to this Ace of Swords, I keep thinking about this. Be really honest with yourself this month. Be very, very honest with who is serving you, what is serving you. Is your schedule serving you? Are the people that you're in relationships with and around serving you? Is your social collective serving you? Because this card and this energy and the energy of Jupiter heading into you, Scorpio, is asking you to, it's going to open that up. And if you choose to ignore it, okay, fine. You can ignore it. But I would highly suggest really locking into this, because it's going to free up your energy so that you can focus in on this, because you're getting this. You're getting this. You are getting that full manifestation. And like I said, once Saturn hits your sign at the end of this year, you're going to start to see it really happening. So, one thing I will say is there is movement this month. There is change this month. There is something going on here with you having new beginnings and fresh starts and feeling like you're almost in a new season of life. which is really cool. And I think you guys are going to find that very refreshing after maybe feeling a little bit stuck over the summer, a little amorphous even, or just kind of like there wasn't much movement. There is going to start to be that movement, but the really big movement isn't going to come for you until the end of the year. The really big movement. You're not going to start feeling those tectonic shifts until we hit your birthday season. I'm just going to be honest, like, this is the thing. Enjoy, utilize, enjoy, and leverage the quiet, calm space you have right now, where you are just opening things up, where you are getting truthful, where you are getting your bearings, because once that movement starts happening closer to your birthday, there's no going back. Now, here's the thing. The last 4 cards in this reading are telling me about this impatience and this fear that all those wonderful things that I was just showing you will never happen. And I think one thing to look out for this October is, with all the intense energy coming in, with this spotlight on truth coming in, with the spotlight on your big long range visions, some of you might get triggered into feeling that you will never see change coming. And that it'll never come, that you're not going to get it. It's not happening. You're going to be stuck in the same position. And the reason I say that is the next 3 cards. 4 of Cups, 7 of Swords, and 8 of Swords. These are all cards of feeling like you're stuck. You're stuck and you can't see your way. You can't see your way forward. You can't see the truth. You can't tell what's real. We just start off with this 4 of Cups. This to me is always the card of somebody who doesn't realize that they are about to hit a jackpot in their life, and they're so busy focused looking at what isn't happening that they don't see the big thing coming in. And that's exactly what I think is going on with Capricorns this month. Is it's like, yeah, that's great to envision what I want. It's great to feel it and to know it at some level, but I don't see it. So, and I haven't been seeing it for a few months, and I'm starting to get frustrated. So at this point, I'm just going to keep looking at what I can materially see and note down. You guys, this is coming for you. And the more you can lock into kind of this magical energy in October, the better. Because if you don't lock into that, and you don't start seeing and feeling and sensing this cup coming out of the sky right here, and then also appreciating the fact that you have time to do the self-care, you have time to do the prep, so that when this comes, you're really ready for it. Because right now, I think a lot of you, you're not ready for it. Even though you think you are, you're not. You're still doing prep. You're getting ready to be ready to be ready, which is what Abraham Hicks says. You're getting ready to be ready to be ready. If you got the 10 of Pentacles today, and this just showed up on your doorstep, like somebody knocked on the door and gave you everything that you ever wanted, you'd be so overwhelmed by it that you would hate it. Like, you would actually begrudge it, and you would think, this is just too much. So remember that. And here's the thing, just keep in mind that it's coming, it's working its way towards you, so that you don't get into this mindset. Because the 7 of Swords, to me, it is kind of the thief card, it's called, or whatever. But in my mind, this is always kind of like, you can't trust yourself. You can't trust what narrative to believe. You can get really in your head. Maybe you even feel like you're an imposter or a thief, and that you're getting away with life. You can start getting in your head like that, where, oh, obviously I'll never get that 10 of Pentacles or that Ace of Cups or that 3 of Wands or that Ace of Swords because I don't even know if I'm doing everything I need to be doing. Just let that go. And then with the 8 of Swords, here's the flip side. Here's another side of this, which is feeling that you're trapped and stuck in the same place over and over and over again, which I think a lot of you're just worried you're never going to get to that next green pasture. And you're starting to kind of revolt against the process a little bit. So these are both really mental cards. These are all about the stories we're weaving in our heads. And it's funny, whatever truths are coming out for you in your relationships, in your friendships, in your social circle, in yourself, it's for some reason triggering this fear that it's going to slow you down even more. However, that is not the case. It's actually taking you somewhere much bigger and better and brighter and exciting. So keep that in mind, because the final card we have for this spread is the 8 of Pentacles. And this is fantastic for for Capricorns, excuse me. Here you guys go. This card is that reminder that you have done so much work to get where you are. You've done so much healing. You have done so much internal work. You have done so much groundwork to get where you are today. Don't forget all the work you've done. I know it seems kind of mundane, like you just are who you are. Yeah, you've done all this work, but if you really looked over the last couple of years, you would, and you really, like, think about yourself 2 years ago. Think about yourself 2 years ago, where you were, what you were struggling with, what you were working through, what were you envisioning as far as how you wanted to improve yourself and improve your surroundings, and think about where you are now. I guarantee you, you have done so much work. And this card is that reminder. Not only that, this card is the reminder that you have done all this work and it's amazing and it looks amazing and it's going amazing, but that you are continuing forward in a steady progression that is going to yield results. This is about really working at your craft and being who you are and getting results. So remember that. This is all a process. It's not about just the having the Ten of Pentacles. You know, if we just had the Ten of Pentacles, life would be pretty pointless. It'd be pretty boring because you wouldn't have had the chance to do this, which you guys, I know you guys love the process of the work, the process of the journey, and this is that. This is exactly where we are with everything. You are in the process. You're heading right towards that Ten of Pentacles and that Ace of Cups. Just enjoy this ride. Enjoy the illuminating truths that are coming out this month. Enjoy the vibrancy of the energy because it's really strong and it's really beautiful and everything is supporting you. That's the crazy part. Here's the thing with this month for you guys. It's going to be kind of not an optical illusion, but a perceptual illusion that you are going backwards. Like, it is like an optical illusion. Like, you're really going forward, but it feels like you're going backwards. So keep that in mind, that you might get this kind of vertigo sense of space and time, kind of that it's doing something opposite to what you want. But if you can relax, don't tense up, don't get that muscle tension going. That is, muscle spiritual tension where you got to cling on. Relax, and you will be able to shift your perception to see that it's carrying you forward. It's a little spooky and weird for me to say that, but that's really the vibe I'm getting with this month, what I'm looking at for you guys as far as the energies that are coming up. Now, we're going to do a final card with Tarot of the New Vision, which is a really fun deck that does the opposing view of the classic Rider-Waite deck. So we are going to have some fun thinking about how we can shift our perception into a different landscape and to look at things with a different perspective, which is funny that I just said that with you guys about having that kind of optical spiritual illusion of going backwards when you're really going forwards. Oh my gosh. And look what we have, the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, that's so perfect because, we have the Eight of Pentacles over here and now we're doing the Seven of Pentacles. So here is, I'm going to look at this card myself. Okay. This is a really interesting one. This is a really interesting one to come up for Capricorns. It's so perfect because how I was saying a little bit ago that, if you look over the last 2 years at everything you've worked on and everything that you've done and how far you've come, how you would realize you've done so much and it's like kind of intense and epic how much you've done. This is the Seven of Pentacles is that card of, it's right before the Eight of Pentacles, right? So it's the step right before, which is you've done all this work and you're resting and you're taking in everything that's going on. Now, in this card, there's a spirit kind of hanging over this guy who's done all this work. It's nighttime. He's exhausted. He's questioning if he wants to keep going forward or not. This really encapsulates a lot of what you're going to be emotionally experiencing this month. You are going to be putting things to rest that maybe haunted you in the past. You're going to be putting to rest old narratives about yourself and what you're allowed to have and what you're allowed to do and what you're allowed to let go of. You're going to be putting to rest old narratives about what you're allowed to work on. And you are going to be forging ahead. You're going to be choosing to forge ahead instead of sticking in the past where the spirit is looming over you. It is not going to stay night and dark and exhausted forever. And that's so important to remember. So, with that being said, I think this month is going to be really beautiful. It's going to improve everything. For those of you looking for love or in relationships or having some tensions, this month is going to relieve those by illuminating what needs to shift and by having tough conversations and by starting the process of setting your intentions moving forward. So trust in that. As far as work, same thing. Everything is moving forward for you in a really nice steady progression. just trust that you need to have these conversations, that they're going to be okay, that, this stuff is not any more real than you make it out to be, because you're really here doing the work. You're really here moving forward. You're really here in the journey towards the Ten of Pentacles, towards the Ace of Cups, and it's coming for you. We're setting it all up. We are getting it ready. Enjoy the process. I love you guys so much. Also, I'm going to leave my website and my email below in the description box. Please check it out. I love doing personal readings. We can do video reading. We can do Skype reading, phone reading. Any of those are fine. I'm also asking you guys what you would be interested in seeing if I started doing a bit of a subscription service. What kind of videos would you like to see for extras? For those of you who are interested in getting a little bit more in-depth readings for the month, or any suggestions you have for that. I'm going to leave all those goodies as well as how to get the jewelry that I'm wearing in the description box. So just check out everything I have to say down there, because I have a lot to say that I think is easier to read. I sending all the best to you guys in October. Have fun with this energy, play with it, open it up, see where it takes you, trust the process, and I will talk to you guys in November. Love you. Bye.